Shalom, brothers. Shalom, sisters. Most High in Christ bless. It's also Lemuel. Y'all are tuned in to In the Scripts
Reloaded.
All praise to the Most High. Who I got on my left?
Officer Shema.
Who I got on my right?
Officer Yakub.
All praises to the Most High. So we got it's some big stuff going on tonight.
Yeah, man.
In Esau's world.
Yeah.
Right.
But at the end, it's still there are things that come up that affect us too.
Right.
What's going on tonight?
Voting for oppressors.
Well, you sound oppressed when you said that. Vote for our oppressors so they keep on oppressing us.
Voting for oppressors.
Voting for oppressors. Voting for the devil.
Voting for the devil. How do you have a discussion where somebody asks you a question or whatever, and your answer is, well, I'm just going to vote for the lesser of two evils?
Wow.
So you comfortable with evil ruling over
Yeah,
you?
you comfortable with that? You agree with it? You good with it?
That was crazy.
It ain't got no power to change it at all. Oh boy. I was watching your boy Roland Martin. When I tell you every show for the last at least week.
Politics.
I got all the black experts on.
Right.
We all talk. You gotta vote for whoever he's voting for. I think he's talking about Biden, whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta vote. The only way black people gonna change, you gotta vote. Vote.
Right. Man.
As old as you are.
As old as you is.
As long as you've been on this earth.
Right.
As long as your chubby butt done been on this earth.
You still talking about voting. What has that changed in your 60 years of life?
He got a job on CNN. And
There
now,
you go.
Yeah.
You know,
He got a couple of crumbs,
got a couple crumbs.
couple
Right.
checks.
Right.
So now he thinks that's his bread and butter now.
Yeah.
Right.
I be wondering sometimes, and I know it's a my mind, sometimes I stretch out there. But I be wondering sometimes, are some of these dudes, Jason and Alchemist and all of these dudes returned, you know what I mean, doing what they can to get their peace and willing to turn their people, in to the Greeks and the Romans and for their piece of the pie.
Well, Roland think he doing something for black people. He think he's doing something for our people. He think he the politics savior of the politics for black people.
Yeah, he's the political savior.
The political savior. Yeah, that's how you. That's what he.
Yeah.
But we do stuff and we don't even acknowledge the Bible at all, and that's where we going wrong, guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
I understand. I do believe he got love for his people. I do believe it's just that we don't apply knowledge. We don't apply the knowledge of God.
Right.
That's why we're losing.
Right.
So vote on. It ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Nah, get
I'll-
you.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, it get you nowhere.
I was watching the what was I watching? God damn, I forgot.
Yeah, you
People
be watching
vote.
some good
Was they
stuff, though.
voting? What you was watching? Was they voting?
They what the hell were they talking? It was something about voting and black oppression and stuff like that. And I forget what it even was, but they were going back to the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, and they were showing the signs where they were saying I am a man, and
Oh yeah.
they had it wasn't a Million Man March. I forget. It was a lot of brothers
Right.
in this particular march or protest or whatever whatever it was, and they all had signs. I am a man. I am a man. And it's like, damn, in 50, 60 years, some of these brothers that you see that are talking about vote was walking in some of these protests,
Right.
holding up the same signs from the 1960s, the 1970s. Now we're in 2020,
Right.
and you still pushing the same rhetoric from 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed in 50 years,
Right.
but you're gonna roll down the same. We the same people that wandered around the mountain for 40 freaking years without a clue.
Right.
That's I want to say that's the hamster effect, and I wanted to pull that definition of a hamster effect, because when you keep doing stuff over and over, Deuteronomy 28 and 28 tells us that our people are mad. You know what I mean?
Madness.
Yeah.
Madness.
Bring it out real quick.
Yeah,
Let's bring it out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse. Bring it out. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
And because it's mad, it's insane to keep doing this. Like Officer said, keep doing this and doing this and doing this
Right.
over and over again, and it's getting us nowhere.
Right.
Give me that definition of hamster effect. Do we got that screen on? Yeah. The screen is not on.
Yeah, I can pull it up
But
on
when
this for you.
when you look at the definition of hamster effect, just think about a hamster and they dangling something in front of
Mm-hmm.
them, or they got him on that wheel and he's steady running. He's not getting anywhere.
Right.
We haven't got nowhere economically, nowhere politically. If you think about both of these two candidates, when it's all said and done, the hood gonna still be the hood.
Yep.
The schools are still gonna be underfunded.
Right.
Right. You still gonna have the poor. They still gonna be shooting in Chicago. It's still gonna be guns in the neighborhood. It's nothing's gonna change.
Right.
So it's been all a political hamster wheel,
Yeah.
pretty much. The definition of hamster effect. You got that, officer?
Yeah. Hamster effect. It refers to the idea of working hard to go nowhere and wasting precious time, effort, and money in pursuing tasks that are essentially unproductive.
It's unproductive, and we're not going anywhere as a nation.
Right.
God said, keep my commandments. That's the only way we're going to prosper.
Right.
Shouts out to Officer Jacob for the hamster effect, man,
Yes,
because
sir.
that's exactly what our people doing right now.
All praises.
Yeah,
But-
start out, share that, officer.
Yeah.
Start out, bring that out.
Yeah, bro.
Some of these guys, though, man, it seems like the reason I said what I said is it seems like they are too smart to be that dumb. You know?
Yeah.
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 It seems like they too smart to be that dumb. So either you're that dumb or it's deliberate. One of the two, because like you said, there's no way that you were marching with signs in the 50s and 60s with them people. And right now in 2020, you still saying, vote or die. Get out and vote. It's the only way things are going to change. Are you serious?
In what world?
Right. In what world? Like,
After this long, you had some. Pull up the definition of it. I think it's either insane or insanity. Because black people, and then get me Nehemiah 8:8.
Right on. Yep.
yeah, it's madness.
Insanity.
Because it may not be one of these. Y'all have to find it offline, but it goes into doing the same thing over and over and over again
Exactly.
and expecting a different result.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be out your daggone mind
Right.
to think that you're going to do the same thing every 4 years and something is going to change for
Something
you.
gonna change.
If you mean to tell me that the so-called white man and all these other nations, they can make nuclear missiles. They have the ability to make technology to where you can be in Texas and you can talk to somebody in India.
Right.
You mean to tell me that they rule worldwide financial institutions
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have common sense enough to or the financial means to build up schools in the black community,
Right.
Bring it out.
to put stores and Whole Foods and stuff like that in black community?
Right.
You mean to tell me they can't do that?
Right.
They don't got a clue how to do that.
Right.
They got all the technology in the world to blow up another country to hell and
Right.
back,
Right.
but they don't know how to build the black community.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, to your point, officer, that's what I be saying, man. These folks know our problem. They the one put us in this oppressive state. So they know what it takes to fix it. They just don't want to fix it.
Right. Right.
No matter how much you vote. And we just keep voting and voting and voting and hoping and hoping and hoping.
Yeah. Go
Right.
back and read that definition of the Hegelian dialect.
Oh, yeah.
It's that same thing,
That
creating
same
the
effect.
issue and creating the solution to it, and keeping people dangled, in the middle, thinking that you both, and being okay with you being both the devil and the savior. That's our people. You want me to read this, officer?
Yeah, read that.
All right. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
And this is y'all boy Albert Einstein, who they say was a so-called genius.
Yeah.
he was dealing in witchcraft and he is Satan.
That's right.
Right? He is the devil.
That's right.
Which is how he got his inventions. He was working on the left-hand side with all that magic and witchcraft and all that. He's the one that said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. You got to have the devil to tell you that.
Right.
This is the most important election of your lifetime. Bruh. Over and over again, they say it every election.
But I thought Obama was the one that was the most important.
Right.
Exactly.
And the one that was supposed to change everything.
Nope.
Yeah.
A change you can believe in.
Change. Ain't nothing changed.
Nope.
No, hell no. Deuteronomy 28, verse 44. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 44.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 44.
Start at verse 43.
Verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
The stranger is going into all the other nations, which is why you have your, and I'm talking about cities here in DFW area. That's why you have your Friscos. You got all the so-called white man is up there up north living good, big old houses,
Right.
all that land and all, especially when you go up to like Lucas, Texas and all, they got nothing but land out there.
None but land. Right.
It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Go ahead.
And thou shalt come down very low.
And thou shalt come down very low, to the point where you have to, they force you to look to your oppressor to save you out of your condition. You have been brought so low to the point where you don't even have a clue on, you know what, let's band together, put our money together, let's homeschool, let's put together a charter school, let's put our own private school together. Because here in Texas, if you have if you open up a private school, you're not under any state regulations when it comes to the education system. You can teach what you want.
Right.
All praise.
You can teach what you want. And so with that, how is it that black people don't have a clue on how to do basic things like Zephaniah 2:1? Gather together, O nation not desired.
Right.
They don't got a clue about that.
Nah.
The key word also was black people.
Black, there you go.
They black.
Yeah.
They black. Our people got to understand we're not black. Black is an adjective describing a person, place, or thing.
Right.
It's a proverb. It's a byword. I mean, it's a byword. When you read Deuteronomy 28 and 37, it's just another name our captors called us when they brought us over here. We are the Israelites.
Right.
And when you come together, and when we come together as Israelites, it's nothing that can stop us because God would be on our side. But since we want to be black, then just go vote. And the people that hate you, you think they're going to save you, but they're not going to save you at all.
Not at all.
They haven't yet saved us yet.
Not at all.
They ain't say, hell, nah, they ain't saved us yet.
Nope.
Yeah. Nah.
Read verse 44.
Verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
He said, thou shalt, I'm sorry, verse 45.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed.
So the Lord said, we would be the tail, they would be the head. I'm going to send y'all a definition real quick. He said, we would be the tail, and the other nations would be the head, right? There are systems in place here in America. Esau, the so-called white man, y'all's friend, he has put systems in place to show you that y'all will never be on top. Y'all, there's no way. There will never be a Black Wall Street. What is that?
The hell is this?
Not in my country.
Right.
Because they have systems set in place. That's what black people don't got a clue about. Black people complain about the basic things about organization and organizing a nation and stuff like that. Esau has systems set in place from top to bottom, whether it be education, whether it be health, whether it be safety, all these things. They set systems in place to make sure the Lord put the spirit on them through Satan to make sure that this curse comes to pass. So your boy Roland Martin, who feels like he's gonna vote his way to salvation, God said it'll never happen.
Right.
It will never happen. I just sent y'all the address. I just sent y'all the definition. Post that definition. This is from brother just sent me this, dictionary.law.com. So y'all can see the actual
just go to the
definition.
Bottom. Yeah,
right?
just go to the bottom.
This is definite. It was just up. The definition of insanity: a mental illness of such a severe nature that a person cannot distinguish fantasy from reality. So voting, you are literally insane if you out here voting.
Right.
Because you cannot distinguish your present truth, your present reality from fantasy.
Right.
It is a fantasy to think that if Trump, Biden, Kamala, whatever Trump's vice president, I forget, Pence, whoever it is, or your local governments and all that, for you to think that it's anywhere in their brainstem to help the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, or for it to be anywhere in your brainstem to think that they don't have the power or the resources to change your situation if they wanted to.
Right.
This definition says you have a mental illness. You are mentally insane. It says cannot conduct her or his affairs due to psychosis or subject to uncontrollable impulsive behaviors. Yep. So the Lord said even in how you deal with your nation and your people, I like how you did the
cuts from the street.
The cuts from the street. Matter of fact, pull it up.
Right.
The cuts from the street. And I didn't put no timestamps, but I wanted to go to the young brother that you had.
Okay. I put a couple of timestamps on.
That was a great interview right
yes,
there.
Yes. I liked all of them. Don't get me wrong, but I just like this young brother specifically because he was the realest out of them all.
Yes. Right. He was very real.
He was the realest out of them all. How and he shows him and an older brother, and all and everybody that was in the interview shows how insane our people really are.
Right.
The insanity of thinking that all these other nations love you when they show you time and again on a national level that they hate your guts.
Right.
Because there are systems set in place to make sure that if I'm a white man and I shoot you as a black man or a black woman, I'm not getting no time because I'm covered under section such and such, Article B of Section A of 2.3, such and such. But them same laws don't apply to.
Right.
No, you don't get Section Article A of 2.3. No.
Those are the things that are set in place that's set against us.
Right.
But it's for them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Hey, set it up, y'all. Cool. Set it up so they won't. So they know what's
we
going
went
on.
to Wolf City to do a cuts for the streets and ask questions in the city to kind of get a feel for how people were feeling after the murder of Jonathan Price, the young 25-year-old guy about 3 weeks to a month ago that was shot and killed by a police officer. And the guy was there breaking up a fight between two people, and he ended up dead. And the two people ended up, nobody knows where they are.
Oh, I wanted to be known that it was two Edomite people.
It was two Edomites.
He was breaking the fight up between two Edomite people. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
they were.
I
Yeah,
thought it was important to know that.
Wow.
He's the one that. Yeah, he gave the info.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
It was two Edomites.
All right.
All right, let it play.
Bring it out.
Now, what role do you think voting plays in this? Because you said you're 18 now, right? Yeah. So you're at the point now of where you could vote, right? But in 18 years from what you may know, because I know it's not a lot, right? Do you think voting can help any of this? Do you think voting is the answer for what's going on?
Personally, I don't, because it's all about, we can vote and we can, it goes as far as you vote for the person who you want, you think is going to change, is going to, put some change in everything that's going on and put their perspective on everything. But, I mean, then again, it comes to whoever gets the power or whatever, I mean, it's all what they do. Right. So me putting in my little old vote is not going to change somebody's mind.
Right. Pause. Man.
Yeah.
This young brother, he got to be maybe 18.
He's 18. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So for him to have that level of wherewithal at 18 years old,
Right.
in contrast to the older brother that we're gonna play in a minute,
Oh.
it just night and day difference. He didn't have he didn't have a solution,
Right.
but at least he's not insane enough to be so disassociated and detached from his reality to think that voting is the answer.
It's our answer.
Voting is the way.
Right.
He ain't that crazy.
Yeah. No.
He
don't think
said,
that.
go back maybe 5 seconds. I want to hear what he said again. I want to make sure that that really sinks in with what he said. Play that.
Putting in my little old vote is
Go
not going
back
to change
maybe
somebody's.
10 seconds.
It's always whoever gets the power or whatever. I mean, it's all what they do.
Right.
So me putting in my little old vote is not going to change somebody's mind.
Pause. Go to Job chapter 9, verse 24. Go Job chapter 9, verse 24. Because remember, this is what the Lord said about who would have the power. Who has the power? Job chapter 9, verse 24.
The book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
God said the earth and the power to run that earth is given into the hands of who?
The wicked.
Was given into the hands of the wicked. So to think that you're going to change the minds of what the Lord created them for,
Right.
They soul is not upright in them.
Right.
You cannot change that.
Right.
Nope.
I don't care how much voting you do, how much marching you do, how much, what else they be doing? Protesting you do.
Protesting.
I don't care how many buildings you burn down.
Rioting.
I don't care how much rioting you do. You're not going to change these people.
Right.
Nope.
God said the earth was given into the hands of the wicked.
Yes.
God said those that hate you, get that real quick, Leviticus chapter 26. God said this too, Leviticus 26 and 17. Leviticus chapter 26, verse 17.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 17. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies.
God said you'd be killed before your enemies, like what happened in Wolf City. Go ahead.
They that hate you shall reign over you.
And you're not going to change them. It is in their spirits to hate Jacob.
Right.
And I'm talking about Esau, the so-called white man.
Right.
This young brother gets it.
Yes.
This young brother got a clue.
Right. Right.
Play on.
So me putting in my little old vote is not going to change somebody's mind.
Right.
So I mean, it's how they think and how they think problems should be solved and stuff. So I mean, as far as voting goes, no, I don't think it'll do anything.
Okay.
So he said, nah, he don't think it'll do nothing. And he's 100% right, because it hasn't changed up to this point.
Hey, go back to the other finishing point and just let it play.
I do think justice will be served. I do.
Now, what role do you think voting plays in this? Because you said you're 18 now, right?
Yeah.
So you're at the point now of where you could vote.
Yeah, not from the beginning, from the end of that. Yeah. So for wherever that mark was for it to end, let it play from there. Right there.
Well, most of the people,
Well, not even people from Wolf City, just passing through Wolf City. You know what I mean? You can be passing through because we would sit out here a lot, and we would see him right here at this intersection, just pulling people over, just constantly pulling people over.
so if he pulled over whites, he pulled over blacks. So why he didn't shoot a white man?
I can't answer that question for you right there.
Is voting going to help solve some of these problems? What's your honest opinion on that?
I don't think voting is going to solve the problem.
So what is the answer, if you don't mind me asking?
Knowledge is the answer.
Pause. So he said, so this another older brother,
Mm-hmm.
he got a clue. He said voting ain't the way.
It's not the way.
And I think some of our people, I can't quantify it. I don't know if it's a lot or a little, but I know that there are some of our people that understand that voting, who gives two craps about voting,
Right.
because they know it ain't gonna change nothing. However, it all
However.
goes back to the lack of solutions.
Exactly, officer. Exactly.
because it said knowledge of what? Buddhism,
Right. Right.
Hinduism,
Right.
Satanism,
Right.
stock markets,
Med school.
Right.
school. Is it the knowledge of that?
Right.
What is it the knowledge of? You look
Let's
like
see.
you had a scripture.
Yes, sir. The book of Malachi, chapter 2 and verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth.
And they should seek the law at his mouth. The knowledge that we got to have is the laws of God.
That's right.
There's no other knowledge.
That's right.
Guess what? That knowledge will tell you, you got to get married and raise your children.
Right.
Can't be a baby mama.
Right.
Can't be a baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be a pimp.
Right.
Can't be a player.
Right.
Can't be a monthly prognosticator.
Right.
Right? You got to keep money in your pocket.
Right.
You can't go out and splurge and get all these payday loans and title loans and all that trying to pay for Christmas.
Right. Right.
Because Christmas is unlawful.
Exactly.
That is a Negro custom.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a Negro custom. I used to work in one, so I know.
The black
Oh,
custom.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a Negro custom.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.